Man, how does it look? I'd say it's gotta be a little higher, right? A little bit higher. Oh man! Can we see my hands? Yes, you can see them. All right. Is this good? Maybe. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know what to say. Because yeah. Just back out a little bit on it. We possibly have it right this time. I think we might finally have it right this time. Finally, I've been adjusting the zoom and the thing and all this, and you think it's so simple, right? It's just all it is a video of me talking to a camera. But let me tell you, I mean, if you don't got the sound and you don't got the light and you don't got this proper thing going on here, this takes a lot of work. What's up, advocates? Welcome back to another show, another episode, the Commercial Claims Show. I'm your host, Vince Perry, licensed and certified public adjuster in the state of Florida and in the state of California, and I'm excited today. Well, first and foremost, hold on, ready? Whew. I want you to follow me on social media. Follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, we've been going pretty heavy on lately, and also Instagram. I've got daily stories of just sort of like my daily life that I go around. It's not just me making videos, it's basically, you know, going around into insurance claims, a lot of homeowners claims, and some commercial claims, obviously every once in a while. I am the commercial claims advocate because frankly, I've been doing this for 12 and a half years. I specialize in large losses and complex losses. Not just large losses, but complex losses also. Because I've just been doing it for a long time. And the other thing that I want to tell you is that hop on the bandwagon. Feel free to send me a message whenever you want. I try my best to get back to every single one of you as often as possible to answer any of your questions. And I may not know all the answers to your questions. That's the God's honest truth. The great thing about this job, hold on, I'm just looking at some stuff here. The great thing about this job is you're always learning something new. So if you're just starting out in this, or whether you've been doing this for a long time, if you've been doing this for a long time, you might not even find a lot of my information necessary. But I guarantee you, there's gonna be something that you may need, or that may answer a question, or that you just may have a question. Even if you have 12 to 15 years experience, I'll be glad to answer a question that you may have. And the great thing about this job is I could also use you to help me. I've had some people ask me questions, and when I helped them answer their question, they were able to provide me with some stuff that I didn't know. And that's the beauty of this job, is not only do we have a nice strong community of other public adjusters helping each other, but we also can continue to learn from each other because there's always something new to learn. The insurance companies are constantly throwing curveballs at us and changing stuff up, and we need to stay on our game and stay up to date with all of these things so that we could better serve the client and just, you know, have a better serving company ourselves. So, that being said, let's get to the point, right? One of my favorite things to do on YouTube is a top 10, baby, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a top 10. It totals up to 10, but it's basically 2 top 5s, okay? We're gonna do 1 top 5 for before the insurance claim and 1 top 5 for after the insurance claim. I want you to know that this video is mainly for policyholders, okay? I felt like changing it up, and I felt like doing a video for policyholders, okay? And it's the top 10 tips to do before and after an insurance claim. But here's the catch, public adjusters. I'm making this video for policyholders, but I'm also making this video for you. So that maybe, if you want, you could show this video to a policyholder to say, hey, look, get your shit together. Get your shit together to make sure that you've got everything properly lined up in case something happens, and make sure you've got your shit together as soon as a claim does happen and something bad happens. Make sure you got it all ready to go. You can either show this video to your policyholders or read this or watch this video and basically provide them with this information. This is great free information you could give to policyholders. So like if you walk into a house and you don't end up signing it, at least you can provide it with some good information. But if you're a policyholder, take a look at this video. We're gonna promote this video to mainly policyholders because I want you to be prepared and I want you to know what to do as soon as you file a claim. So, that being said, we're gonna have the list, the before list right over here. So before, it's gonna be top 5 things to do before an insurance claim. So this is something that you guys can do right now, okay? Get your shit together. Number 1 is have a full copy of your policy handy, or have a full copy of your policy somewhere that you know that you could get to, okay? So that's the first thing. If you don't know where your policy is, check some of your emails. Sure, your agent sent it to you. If not, call your agent and they'll send it to you within the hour. Agents are really good with sending you a full copy of your policy as soon as you request it. Have a full copy of your policy, and then if while you're doing it, maybe you could ask someone like me or any other public adjuster, or ask your agent, hey, what does all this stuff mean? You know, what is this policy? What does this HO3 mean? Well, I want an HO2, it's cheaper. No. HO3 is the way you got to go. Make sure you have a special policy. Literally, it's called special. And make sure that you have an open perils policy, and make sure that you've got coverage for your dwelling, your other structures, your personal property, and your loss of use. Okay. This is not a video about that, but just, you know, find where your policy is. Make sure you have it handy. That is number 1. Number 1, have your policy handy somewhere. Next thing you can do right now is you could take photos of your interior and your exterior of your house. It sounds stupid, okay? But the fact is you need to make sure that you do this, because in the case that a loss does occur, you want to have before pictures, so that a lot of times the insurance company wants to say that the damage that is being claimed is pre-existing and was there before, or has been happening for a long time. If you could show them pictures that's less than a year old of hopefully that exact same area that you're claiming showing no damage, then that's it. Slam dunk. Boom. Home run. You got your claim paid no matter what, because you're proving how it looked before. So take pictures of your floors, take pictures of your walls, take pictures of your ceilings, take pictures of your cabinets everywhere in the house. Go around, take pictures of each side of your house, and it would also be great because we get hurricanes in Florida. Go up on your roof and take pictures of your roof, okay? Take pictures of the shingles, take pictures of the tile, show that everything is ship-shape and everything is looking good. Put that in a file on your computer along with your policy. So what we do as public adjusters, something I do, we call it like a pre-loss risk assessment, and that's where this stuff goes in. And I've got files on my computer of potential clients that basically has got their policy and their photos, and what I'm going to get into now for number 3. So number 1, the policy. Number 2, take photos. Number 3 is keep records of any repairs that you've made throughout the year. So keep those invoices. If you happen to have called a plumber for a minor repair, keep the invoice. If you happen to, I don't know, maybe replace some baseboards, or you had to do any kind of work in the house, keep the invoices. They also, insurance companies want to know about any kind of upgrades. So if you did any of that throughout the year, keep the invoices, keep the records, so you can provide this information to the insurance company when they ask. It also shows, it's also good to show that you're keeping up with the repairs and you're keeping up with everything that you need to do in the house. And also, if you have a failed roof system and you prove that, you know, you've had the repairs done in the past, this is something new that's happening, you've already done all of your due diligence to make sure that the damage, that your roof is staying up to date, or that, you know, your plumbing is staying up to date, you just happen to have this loss now, you know, it shows that you've had the repairs done, it looks good with the insurance company. Keep any invoices and receipts of repairs. If you own a commercial property, or if you are part of an association, this is even more important for you, okay? Not just homeowners. If you're an association member, or if you are a commercial building owner, you probably have staff, right? Maintenance staff. Keep records of all of your repairs. But that's going to lead me to number 4. Keep records of all of your maintenance records, just in general, okay? Who do you have on staff? How many people do you have on staff? What are the daily duties that they're doing throughout the day? This is big time for condominium associations, and this is big time for just like shopping malls, warehouses, whatever it is that you own as a commercial building owner. You gotta have a maintenance crew. Let's keep strong records of that stuff, okay? Keep as many records as you can. Keep that file in a folder again on the computer, and then when we need them, we'll go to them. But it's good to know that your maintenance staff goes up and looks at the roof once a month. Your maintenance staff makes sure that everything is painted the way it's supposed to. Your maintenance staff on February the 3rd, whenever they made a repair for this, and we've got records of all that stuff. Maintenance records, super important, especially for, not even for homeowners. This is for association and commercial stuff. And then number 5, also for association, actually specifically for associations, okay? The president, whoever it is, keep record of all of your minutes. Every time you guys get together, what are the topics of discussion that you guys are talking about? You know, if you're claiming some kind of roof damage and they're trying to say that this is something that has been ongoing, but you could prove over the last year or two that never has any roof damage even been discussed. Look, here are all of our maintenance here are all of our association minutes. Here are all of our topics of discussion that we've had every month or every 3 months that we've had an association meeting. Never once was the roof talked about. So how are you going to tell me this is something that has been ongoing? It would have been discussed in an association meeting. So bam, make sure you keep record of all that stuff. Again, I do this to some clients. I wish I had more clients that I did this for, but basically this is a great sales pitch for public adjusters. If you can't sign that commercial loss, or you want to start growing maybe a commercial clientele, go to your associations, go and meet your commercial realtors or commercial people and tell them that you will offer a pre-loss risk assessment. These 5 things here will be part of your pre-loss risk assessment. Once you have a client, you go in and you do all these things. You do what I'm telling you to do. Save it onto a computer, a file, and have all these records. In 1 year, if no loss has occurred, you follow up and you go over all that stuff again. Go out there, take the photos, look at the policy. It's probably the same. And get the association meetings and all the minutes and all that stuff. And that's how you keep that sort of client there. And if you're an association member watching this or anything, or you know somebody, you know, refer them to a public adjuster that can do this for them. And it'll be great. So you don't have to do it. Someone else will do it. They'll do it for free. I do it for free. It's just in the case that if a big loss does occur, that you hire me as a public adjuster to obviously provide this information and take care of the entire claim for you. So that's it. Now we're gonna go into after. Once a loss occurs, it's so important, homeowners, mainly homeowners, take photos, take video. I understand if it's like a crazy fire, that's gonna be tough to do. But frankly, if it's a crazy fire and this unfortunate event does happen to your home, well, I mean, there's not really much that you can do. You don't need to prove too much. But if there's water leaking and it's a slow leak or whatever, take a video of it. Take a photo of it. If water's rushing out, obviously shut the water off, but that puddle of water that's going on, try to record it. One thing I do is I'll take a paper towel and I'll drop it on the floor where it's wet, and that's how it shows that it's wet, or a towel or whatever. Take videos, take photos. I cannot tell you how many times I walk into a house, it's one of the first questions I ask. They're telling me this happened and this happened and this happened. And I'm like, well, did you take any photos? Did you take any video? And they're like, no. So it just helps. It helps when you're trying to prove your case to the insurance company that, you know, this loss actually did occur. So take photos, take video immediately. Number 2, this is where I talk about my people. Call an expert. And an expert can mean anything, right? It could mean a plumber, it could mean a roofer, it could mean water mitigation, you know, an expert in what they do. But here's my advice, and I am completely biased, but it's because I'm experienced and I've been doing this for a while. Policyholders, homeowners, call a public adjuster. That's the expert that you want to call as soon as a loss occurs. Several reasons. Reason number 1 is we're going to provide you with the experts that you need. Depending on the loss that's going on, we are in the industry and we could refer you to a plumber to fix that pipe. We can refer you to a roofer to fix that roof. We could refer you to a GC to give you whatever it is that you need. So call public adjuster first. Number 2, a good, honest public adjuster will give you his honest opinion or her honest opinion as to whether you should even file a claim or not. Number 3, call a public adjuster because if you are going to file the claim, we're going to take care of all of these 10 steps that we're doing here before the claim is even filed or before we even have the inspection. We're going to get all the documentation. We're going to get all the water mitigation draft. We're going to get all the minutes, and we're going to get the lease agreements, and we're going to get the maintenance records and the repairs and the policy. We're going to get all that stuff together for you to present to the insurance company the way a claim is supposed to be presented. Okay? You've got certain duties in your contract with the insurance company of conditions that you need to abide by, policyholders. Public adjuster knows all of these conditions. They're mainly a lot of the stuff that I'm saying right now, but we know what needs to be done, and we set all this up, we create a file for you, we file the claim, and everything is just good to go. Sorry if you hear vibrating because that's my phone. I thought I had it on silent. So, call a public adjuster. So number 2, call an expert, and I would prefer, not just because I'm a public adjuster, but because I'm a public adjuster, call a public adjuster. A good, honest public adjuster is not just going to try to sign your claim to sign your claim. We get paid contingency. We want to make sure it's not only worth it for you, but it's worth it for us. So, you know, we're going to look at everything to make sure it's a good claim and it's good money and it's worth it for everybody, okay? So, leads me to number 3, dry out. Mitigation, dry out. Obviously, if you call the right public adjuster who knows the people, they could refer you to these people, but either way, dry out. Make sure you dry everything out. They've got these companies where they go and they vacuum all the water and then they set up their machines. The great thing about these machines is they clean all the air. So if it's a loss that literally just occurred and we don't have any really much problem for mold or anything, they're going to set these dehumidifiers and these air scrubbers and these blowers that are going to make your home or your building totally clean. Like, just, it's amazing how some of the houses that I've gone to where you could smell the must, but after they've got these big heavy duty machines in there, air scrubbing and dehumidifying, I walk in there by the time the initial inspection comes around and it is like a breath of fresh air. So it's very important that you dry everything out. Obviously, if you have kids living in the home, you don't want mold to grow, so get that dry out done as soon as possible. Very important, dry out. And number 4, make the repair. The repair needs to be made. Number 3 and number 4, number 2, 3, and 4, they could all vary, right? But in order. But make the repair. So you need to make the repair as soon as possible. If it's a plumbing loss, make that repair. Keep the pipe. If it's a roofing, with mitigation, dry out, put a tarp up. You might want to put a tarp. Cover your damages. Make sure they're not getting any worse. Make the repairs that you have necessary to make sure that the damage doesn't get any worse. So make the repair. What else? What else? That's it. File the claim is number 5. Once you've got everything in order. So there's 4 things that I always say you need to make sure that you have by the time the initial inspection comes around. This goes for policyholders and this goes for public adjusters as well. And it's basically these things. You want to have photos. You want to have repair receipts and invoices. You want to have water mitigation dry out documents. And you want to have an estimate together. Those are the 4 things. I can't explain to you how important these 4 things are, and that's basically mainly in this after. You have got to get your photos. You got to make the repair, have the repair invoices and stuff from the expert. You've got to have water mitigation dry out documents, and you've got to have an estimate, which is why I hire a public adjuster to put that estimate together for you. And then that's it. We get to number 5, file the claim. Public adjuster can do that for you too, but if you want to do it yourself, that's totally fine. That is it. I felt like I was talking really fast there. I did just have an energy drink, so excuse me if I was talking too fast. Hope you guys understood it. I tried to be as clear as possible, but that's it. Let's go again with the subscribe. Well, I was gonna say social media, and now subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Every week we're coming out with a new video. We've got some stuff. Website should be done fairly soon. We're going to have a podcast, I think, starting very soon. So we've got some stuff going on here. Oh, the other thing, there's a link below to a quick guide to start your public adjusting business. Not starting your own firm. I mean, like literally you're just starting out as a public adjuster. This is a quick guide. It's only about 5 or 6 pages, but it's got some really good information in it. It's got networking tips on how you could really network and grow your clientele, and it's got 10 ways to really make sure that you file the claim correctly. So it's got some stuff that we got here. So it's a public adjusters. There's a link below. I believe it's like a MailChimp link. It'll say free guide. Click there, just leave your email address, and you're gonna get this free guide. It's really cool. It took me a little bit of time to really put this together. Like I said, it's not long, and I'm not charging you anything. Just leave your email address, and you'll get this free guide. I think it'll be helpful for you. It's some really cool tips, and yeah, I'm excited about it. And that's just more. There's gonna be a lot more to come. So hop on the bandwagon, please. It's just join me, join us. It's a revolution, baby. We're gonna really get this going for all new public adjusters who are really trying. I know you guys, some of you are struggling out there. I was there. It took me a good 5 years to really feel comfortable in this job, and it took me 10 years to really start to feel like an expert. But I'm here for you. Let's do this together. Let's grow our businesses. I'm still in the process of growing my business as well, so let's help each other. Any questions you may have, subscribe to the channel, follow me on all this social media, and send me questions. I love talking to you guys. And if anybody wants to come visit, I live in Tampa. Come on down. I'll be glad to have a partner riding around with me all day. So I just finished 2 claims today. So, you know, come on down to Tampa, and I'll be glad to take you out to dinner, and we'll enjoy some insurance claims and insurance talk. So that is it for me. Peace out, my people and my advocates. Thank you so much for following and for watching, and have yourself a great week. Goodbye.